So you miss the narcissist, right? You miss not getting your sleep at night. You miss cooking and cleaning for somebody who didn't appreciate you. You miss somebody who was unpredictable, who would speak to you in a form of fashion that nobody ever has. You miss somebody who would lift a finger to help you do certain things when they knew you needed help. You miss somebody who belittled you, talked about your weight, talked about your hair, talked about your clothing, how you present yourself, talked about the way you talk. Someone who mimicked you, someone who belittled you and talked about everything that's concerning the things that you care about the most. You miss this person. So you miss somebody cheating on you. You miss being a private investigator who wasn't even getting paid for the job. You really miss PIing all around your house to figure out what the heck is going on with this individual, and you weren't even getting paid. You became the best PI in the world dealing with this narcissist. You could have gotten paid for it. For somebody who went to school for this, you would outdo them and never been to a school before because you have lived with a narcissist. You miss wondering what their next move is going to be. You miss wondering when they're going to strike at you again. This is what you miss. You miss somebody who's financially ruining you, someone who steals from you. You miss somebody pathologically lying to you. You miss somebody playing crazy, making games with your psyche. You miss somebody who deemed you insignificant while living in the same house with you, sharing the same bed with you. You miss somebody who invaded all of your privacy, who didn't give you a waking moment, who accused you of things that you never did. This is who you miss? I mean, let's really talk about it. You miss the narcissist, right? You miss somebody who premeditated, set out to destroy you and let you know it in the end. You miss somebody who showed you exactly who they were during that discard phase, right? You miss somebody who got you evicted. You miss somebody who got you put in jail, who tried to get you put in jail. You miss somebody who go around lying on you, smearing your name, calling you things you know you're not. You miss somebody who does things to you to get a reaction out of you, to make you do something that's going to make you look crazy. You miss this individual. You miss somebody who sexually forced himself on you and you said no, you didn't want to. Remember those nights you didn't feel like it? And they forced themselves on you to do what they wanted to do anyway? Doesn't matter male or female. They carry the same characteristics. They're all narcissists, right? You miss somebody who accused you of the very things that they were doing to you. You miss somebody who watched you sleep, who you didn't know was putting something in your food or putting stuff in your drink. You could have been with a narcissist that was booby-trapping the house just to get you caught up to hurt yourself. Some of y'all had narcissists take insurance policies out, hoping that it'll be to your demise and they get to live off of you. You miss having suicidal thoughts, right? You miss asking God, why are you here? What did he put you here for? Why did he allow the narcissist to do this? You miss this. This is the individual that you missed that made you question God. You miss somebody who literally lived in the house with you and did everything humanly possible to make you seem like you were the bad person. You've never had that happen to you before. You've never even been called a bad person before. You've never done some of the things that you've done until you got with that narcissist. Oh, let's talk about it. You miss the hot and cold? You miss the hit of dopamine? You miss how they bring you up and down constantly? You miss having to do things just to please them, hoping that it would please them after you're done doing it, and they still weren't pleased? They found something very demeaning to say to you to bring you right back to the very spot that you were trying to get out of? Is that what you miss? You miss somebody that you did everything possible to make sure that they were comfortable in their own home, and they worked overtime to make sure that you weren't? Is this what you miss? You miss somebody who lived in the same house with you, who purposely destroy your items, but never destroyed their own. Never destroyed their own. It was always your things that ended up broken, your things that ended up missing, your things that ended up ruined or scorched in some type of way. You miss somebody treating you like that? You got to be kidding me. Surely you don't miss that, right? Tell me you don't miss that. Surely you don't miss that. It is impossible. You miss your narcissistic parents calling you names and saying things to you, belittling you, breaking you down on the inside. You become a people pleaser because of this. Trying to please everyone only to keep getting stepped on. You miss your narcissistic siblings picking fights with you on purpose. You miss family gatherings where they all point the finger at you. This is what you miss? Surely you don't miss that. Surely you don't miss that. You don't miss anybody talking to you any kind of way. You don't miss anybody talking to you in a way that you know for a fact you would never talk to a person like that. You don't miss the name calling. You don't miss your narcissistic siblings doing you things out of spite purposely for nothing actually. And when I say out of spite, I'm talking for only being you. They hate you for your authenticity. They hate you for what they're not. You remind them of what they are not. And judging by their behavior, they never will be. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, able to make some of the best things happen in our lives. We choose the lives that we live. We choose it. It's a choice. God gave it to us, right? It's a choice. You chose your path and they chose theirs. We all have the capability of being good people. Surely you don't miss a person who done you in this manner. Surely you don't miss a person who didn't even look at you as being a person. And we're definitely not supposed to be missing ungodly people, right? We must be equally yoked. That's imperative to be equally yoked. If we're not that, we can't walk together. Dark and light just don't mix. That's just the way it is. Yeah, it's in the rule book. Yeah, that's in the rule book. Surely you don't miss that. And we definitely don't miss evil doers. Remember that over all everything, you guys. We don't miss evil doers. When you're going through all these things in your mind, you're ruminating, you're fresh out of that, remember, it's evil. Say this to yourself. It's evil. It's nothing shy of being evil. We don't do evil. We want good fruit in our lives. We want good things to happen in our lives. And we know narcissists don't bear good fruit. The Bible says you shall know them by their fruit. What do they bear? Everything they touch, they ruin. Everywhere they go, it's chaotic. Everything they do, it is dramatic. Nothing is positive with a narcissist. Keep it in mind. And when you think about you wanting to return to that, when you think about all these things, remember, overall, everything with a narcissist, it's pure evil. And they chose it. And don't you forget that. They chose to be this way. You don't miss any of that stuff. If you do, it's time to do some reevaluating. Lots of introspection, serious healing. All right? Thanks, guys, for listening. Take the time out to like, comment, subscribe, and yes, until next time.